And what is good, everyone? Thanks so much for stopping by once again, as we'll be covering play-by-play today for a double header today for everyone on the channel. So I cover play-by-play of basketball action here on the channel, from college basketball over to the NBA. First ever time doing the TBT, as we started off a week ago back on the 4th of July, and these streams have been on fire here. The games have been awesome in the basketball tournament, and glad to present to you guys a double header. So first game we got today here, a surpriser in the quarterfinals here. The number 23 seed, Heard That, the Marshall Thundering Herd alumni, as they'll be taking on the number 2 seed, Overseas Elite, who happens to be a 4-time TBT champ. As they've won the most TBTs out of any team here in the tournament. So this is what we're going to have for the first game. Welcome in, everyone. Thanks so much for stopping by the way, here. So doubleheader today. After this one will be Boeheim's Army, the 3 seed, taking on the 22 Sideline Cancer. Hey, welcome in, Bradley, bud. Thanks so much for stopping by, man. Vaughn, welcome in. Patrick, what is up, man? Diego, Vegas Vix, what is good, everybody? Jesus, thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. As Jesus reading for Heard That in this one. Welcome to the channel, Jesus. Hey, Colin here. Welcome in here, man. Patriots are rich, it looks like. Vegas Vix putting it out here. I'll see if I can get anything up. Oh, wow. Some settlements here that they got right on the front page of ESPN with recent news. Oh, man. Wow, that's going to create... Yeah, wow. That's going to create cap space for the team. Wow. But yeah, today, doubleheader for this one. Overseas Elite, I covered the game a couple of days ago. They took on number 15 seed Armored Athlete, and Overseas Elite won that one 76-70. Pooh Jeter dropped down 22, had 3 steals, 5 3-point shots he made. And Joe Johnson, the former NBA All-Star, 7-time NBA All-Star, he had 13 points in the first game, and Dakari Tucker had 11 points. For Marshall here, it has been through this player right here, Ja'Cory Williams, who has had a monster performance so far in the first 2 games of the TBT. Ja'Cory Williams, first round against the 10 seed Peoria All-Stars, he went off for 22 points as they beat Peoria in the first game 80-65. And then in the second game, they won against the money team, the number 7 seed, 102-99, as Ja'Cory Williams dropped down 30. Chris Coakley had 32 in that game, and this team can put up a ton of points. They were down by 18 points at the end of the first quarter, 40-22. They came on storming back, and they ended up winning the game, as they ended up on a 7-0 run to end the game here in their last game. Hey, welcome in, Arkubud. Thanks so much for stopping by. Patriots could probably get David Njoku now. That would be a big pickup for sure if they're able to get their hands on Njoku. Hey, Bobby here, my man. Thanks so much for stopping by. Yep, I only got the stash now as I shaved my beard this morning. But welcome in, my bud, once again here, my man. Gardner Minshew for sure. Type mustache I got. As we should be getting to this game, hopefully momentarily, between these two teams. Look at the starting 5 for this one. So we got a nice doubleheader today here, everybody. As taking a look, Overseas Elite starting 5. As Frank Sessions is on the court once again. Pooh Jeter, Joe Johnson, Justin Burrell, and Xavier Silas. That's the starting 5 for Overseas Elite. For Heard That, starting 5 consists of the 2 Elmore brothers, Ott Elmore, and then John Elmore, set multiple Conference USA records when he played college basketball for Marshall. Ryan Taylor also in the starting 5. Chris Coakley coming off a huge 32-point game. And Stevie Browning for Heard That. So that's the starting 5, as we should be getting going hopefully really soon in this one. So we are a week through, everyone, on the basketball tournament here. Before I start the stream, don't forget, smash the thumbs up, hit the subscribe here if anybody's new on the channel, enjoys the content. And I cover basketball action here, play-by-play of basketball games, college basketball games, NBA games as well. So welcome in here, everyone. And I also do quite a bit of content from college basketball rankings and transfer videos and stuff like that. What do I like better, college or the pros? I would go as... I feel like I like more the college basketball regular season because they're playing for a lot more during the regular season for college basketball, because you only got like 25 to 30 games for the regular season, and then March Madness is an absolute blast. But there's nothing better than the NBA playoffs, though. It's just because it's an 82 game regular season. It just drags on sometimes, and some of the games feel like some of the games there that especially they put on national TV this year. Some of those games were questionable in my opinion for like national TV games for the NBA, but yeah, I would say nothing really beats March Madness, but the NBA playoffs is like really up there as far as like being really high there. Yeah, that storm, man, it didn't even hit our area, bud. So same with me, Vegas Vix, and they were supposed to have a rally up in Portsmouth, New Hampshire today, and they canceled it yesterday because they thought the storm was gonna hit New Hampshire, and it went way to the west. It went soaring like right past Albany, so it didn't even hit like New England. It went towards like Albany, out towards like Lake George, Lake Placid. It went up there. Hey, Goody here, bud. Thanks so much for stopping by. He made himself 99 overall in 2K. That's awesome, man. Hey, the Sports Deck, welcome in, bud. Showing his support. I appreciate it, my man. Oh, wow. JD cranking out a homer yesterday in practice. Still hasn't landed. Man, that's crazy. I actually didn't get to see that, Bobby. I'll have to take a look at that sometime. That's crazy. Hey, welcome in Landon here, man. Thanks so much for stopping by. Yeah, Austin Cindric getting back-to-back in Kentucky. Crazy fight at the end of that one. Noah Gregson and Harrison Burton throwing punches at each other yesterday in the Xfinity race. Hey, Chris S. Bud. Thanks so much, man, for stopping by as well. No problem, man. Figured out he stopped by, say hello. What is good? Thanks so much for just stopping by, bud. I appreciate it. So we're going to start this game in a couple of moments here, everyone. Overseas Elite, black uniforms and blue numbers, white letters for this one. Heard that going into white jerseys for this game with the green numbers and black letters for this one. So if you guys enjoy the content, don't forget, hit the thumbs up, hit that like button, subscribe button, and notification bell if you like to be notified, as well as I'll be calling play-by-play of the quarterfinals today. Back-to-back streams for you guys. First one here, number 2 seed, Overseas Elite, the 4-time TBT champion, taking on the number 23 seed. Heard that. So we're going to tip off here in just a moment. As this game gets tipped off. So Overseas Elite going from left to right, they get the basketball first, as they will take it past the half-court logo. So Overseas Elite with it first. We got a quick stoppage in time right now. The clock was not in sync to start off. The game clock just stopped at 8:55, but we're back to action. So finally, we're back to basketball. Overseas Elite with it. First possession now as they dribble left wing perimeter. They're going to take a three. It's up, and it's good. Just like they started back in their game a couple days ago with a splash from the outside, and just like that, it's 3-zip Overseas Elite. Heard that. First possession now. They move the basketball top of the key. Chris Coakley dropping down 32 in the last game against the money team. Moves it over to John Elmore now. Top of the key, passes over right wing, shot fake. As the Marshall alumni have their first possession. Browning has it at the left wing perimeter. 8:20 left to go, 7 on the shot clock. Browning takes a deep 2, no good right there, over the top of the rim as there was an air ball rebound. Overseas Elite. Overseas Elite with it. Hey, welcome to the channel here, TJ11. Thanks so much, man, for stopping by. Landon's going to watch the ARCA race at 2:30. No problem, man. Thanks so much for showing your support, being back here on the channel. Overseas Elite with a jumper, Joe Johnson. He hits it for 2 right there for the 7-time All-Star. Quick 5-zip game so far. Overseas Elite's up. 7:50 left to go, first quarter. As Marshall alumni has the ball with Heard that. They take a corner 3 from the right corner. It's off the mark, no good. Overseas Elite gets it right back. Oh, nice pass inside right there. Pooh Jeter feeds it low post now over to Burrell. Burrell with the basketball inside the low post, and he gets bumped and fouled. Stops the clock with 7:36. Oh, that's awesome. So our crew's going to try to get into some UFC. That's great, man. Yeah, I haven't really been like that big into like UFC or like WWE, like any like the wrestling fighting stuff. I used to watch that like around like 20 years ago or so with WWE, but that was back in the day when it was on the UPN. That's a 3-point shot left wing, and Overseas Elite out to a red hot start here. 8-zip the score. Heard that with the basketball. Elmore takes a 3. That one's no good by John Elmore. A rebound goes to Overseas Elite. John Elmore flirted with a double-double. Almost had it in the first game as they took on the Peoria All-Stars earlier this week. Overseas Elite missed the 3. Back to Heard That. Pass inside, low post to Coakley. Coakley finally gets a bucket there. So first bucket of the game, but a Marshall Thundering Herd alumni. That is Elmore's. There are the Elmore brothers on this team. John Elmore was the one who set multiple Conference USA records. All-time scorer for Conference USA, all-time three-point shooter, and led a leader in assists as well. Total assists during his time at Marshall. So we got a little bit of a stoppage in time right now. Foul in the court as it's 8-2 to score. They're going to inbound. 6:45 left to go. Yes, indeed, guys. Don't forget the notification bell if you really enjoy the content here, as well as I cover play-by-play here, basketball action for you guys in the channel. A couple times I throw in different types of streams in there for special programming when I have a chance. NASCAR and NFL from time to time, but basically like a ton of content out there for play-by-play for college basketball and NBA. 10-2 as Overseas Elite hits the shot at the left baseline. We also got a foul here on the Heard That. Right after they got the basketball, they tried to go for the pick and roll. 25 of Heard That colliding there with an Overseas Elite player. I think that's Xavier Silas who collided with Ryan Taylor of Heard That. That's going to be a foul on Taylor offensive, so it goes back to Overseas Elite. Overseas Elite now with the ball, dribbles low post, floats it up with a contact and a foul, and that will be 2 at the free throw line coming up by Joe Johnson. So Joe Johnson going to the line here for Overseas Elite. Quick hot start for this one, 10-2 to score. 6:09 left to go first quarter. Yeah, 19 more days to the NBA restart. These days just whip on by, man. Oh, wow, Diego's team, 38-0 the score for his team. Wow, what a game there. It was a non-shooting foul, though. Overseas Elite gets the inbound. They're going to go and take a 3 off the catch and shoot, and they deliver right there. 13-2 the scores. Heard That's in trouble early on. They're down by 11. Deep 3 right there. John Elmore off the mark. Ball tipped out of bounds. And it's out of bounds by Pooh Jeter as it hits the baseline there by Overseas Elite. So Marshall alumni will get it right back here with Heard That. Heard That will inbound underneath their hoop. Lob over the top. That ball deflected, stolen away here by Overseas Elite. Here they go, numbers. 3-on-2 fast break. They coughed it up, though, inside the key. Turnover. Heard That with the basketball. As they move it inside, that ball gets poked, deflected. And it goes out of bounds. Looks like there's a foul as well. First foul here of the first quarter by Overseas Elite. 13-2 to score. 5:38 left to go. We're only in the first quarter. Still a lot of time left remaining. As they will inbound it to the top of the key here. John Elmore going inside off the dribble drive. Floats it up and he gets it for 2. No foul as he got contacted down as well. So they put it back to 9. Overseas Elite now with the basketball. As they dribble underneath the hoop right there. Bounce pass. They swing it out to the right corner. Joe Johnson with the basketball for Overseas Elite. Looking to pass it here. As it's back over now to Pooh Jeter. Jeter takes a deep 3. That one's up. No good as he tried to shoot it over Browning. Missed the shot. Tipped around and the ball goes out of bounds. Stops the clock. 5:08 left to go. First quarter. Yep, all sports coming back. 13 days to the Sox are back. So finally getting back to some normalcy here, everybody. Like, thank goodness. So Overseas Elite as well. Oh, wow, there was a foul on that one. So there was actually a foul on that one, too. So Overseas Elite going to the free throw line. First one's up, first one's good. Yeah, no problem. Thanks so much, Bradley, for stopping by again, my man. Second shot coming up, free throw line by Overseas Elite. Xavier Silas, second shot here. And he hits that one as well. 15-4 to score. They are delivering in a big way so far in this one as we have 5:08 left to go first quarter. As Heard That will get the basketball. It's into the hands here of John Elmore. John Elmore averaging 10 assists through two games so far. As he had 10 in the first game, 10 in the second game of the TBT. John Elmore keeps on scoring again right there. He takes it to the hole, lays it up, and in with the right hand for 2. Still down by 9, though, for Heard That. Overseas Elite with the ball. Pooh Jeter, he's got it. Passes this one over to Joe Johnson. He has it now at the right elbow. Johnson backing his way into the key. Moves it back over to the left wing. Overseas Elite has a dribble drive inside. Floats it up. Too strong off the backboard. Big offensive rebound. And Overseas Elite right there beats it to the hole for 2. As that shot will go down by Justin Burrell. 17-6 now to score. Heard that with the basketball. Left corner perimeter. Ja'Cory Williams has it. 4:20 left to go in the first. Williams makes his move inside. Jumper. Left elbow. That one hits the side of the rim. Joe Johnson had it for a moment. But John Elmore rips the ball away from him. And Elmore gets fouled from behind as well. So Burrell, it looked like. Yeah, so it was Burrell, the one who picked up the foul. And that happens to be a non-shooting foul. So heard that will inbound the basketball here underneath their hoop. 4:11 left to go, first quarter. Why is baseball so early? So that's a deep 3 right there by Heard That, and he drained it down all the way from the parking lot right there. That goes down by John Elmore. It was just the commissioner that kind of like threw together like the MLB, since they didn't have a plan. They kept on turning, the Players Association kept on turning down everything, and then the commissioner is just like, yeah, let's just play this season. We'll start on this date, like a random date in July, and then we'll just go from there. Like, baseball had it. Like they legit should have been back around the 4th. They could have started at the 4th of July, and they didn't. They had everything. Like, everything set up possible. NASCAR has been back since mid-May, and Major League Baseball just never took advantage of that. As Overseas Elite missed a shot. John Elmore, dribble drive. Stop and pop in the key. Puts up the jumper. It's good for 2. So they are right back in the 6-point game. 17-11. Overseas Elite with it. And we got a double dribble there. Dakari Tucker. Double dribbles with the basketball for Overseas Elite, and this ball is going to go right back over to Heard That. So 6-point game, everyone, as we will be back here right after this TV timeout. Right now, we're just on a break. Don't forget, if you're new, first timer, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button as I cover play-by-play basketball games here on the channel. I do here college basketball games for play-by-play, as well as the NBA, everyone. Yeah, so Vaughn here puts out, used to love baseball, but over the years it's got boring. I agree with you, man. The 3-hour baseball games have turned into like 4-hour games the past few years, the 4.5-hour games, 5-hour games. It's crazy. Like, I used to play baseball back in high school, and the difference between like 2014 to 2020 for baseball, like, you can totally tell the difference. Like, when I was playing baseball back in school, like, the pitchers used to pitch the complete games and stuff. Even for like Major League Baseball, they go the full 9-inning distance there for MLB, like back in the 2000s, early 2010s, and now you get to the late 2010s into the 2020s, and they only throw like 20, 25 pitches, 30 pitches, call it a game, and then they just substitute, have another pitcher come in, pitch a couple innings here, and then have another one come in, and then by the end of the game, you got 4, 5, 6 pitchers into the game, and that's for only one team, never mind 2 teams. And then they've done so much to speed the game, yet it's still slow. They have the pitch clock now. Just, it's still slow, unfortunately. Yep, hockey returning August 1st. I agree with you, Vaughn. 162 games is too many games. I'd cut down probably around like 40 games from that list. It's just, I feel like there's like a month of like meaningless baseball in there. Like, some of the, like, if you play like a full 162 game season, like, some of the teams are already out of it, basically. By the time we get rolling around to the start of like the July, like 4th of July, if there was like a full 162 game season. Oh, sure, I can definitely tell you how to add a scoreboard to the streams, the sports deck. So there's something I do. It's called Paint. It's on the computer, and that allows you to create boxes. And then on OBS, I'm able to add in text documents to this. So just see if there's something on your computer called Paint, and that's where you're able to add in like boxes, and that's how I was able to add in the boxes and stuff. I created my own logo through like clip art things as well, and I used like a lot of the colors on that Paint thing. It's something that's on like basically every single PC that it comes with, and that's how I was able to get the colors here. Hey, welcome in Raptor here, bud. Thanks so much for stopping by. No problem, man. Enjoy your time moving out to Buffalo, by the way, bud. As he started driving to Buffalo at midnight, arrived 7:30 this morning. setting up some things now, so he's free, so he's here. I appreciate it, my man. Thanks so much for stopping by the way, and hopefully everything will go well towards your move out to New Jersey now to Buffalo. That's great to hear, bud. He's going for Heard That in this one, so he's liking the upset in this one. Hey, Dakota Bud, thanks so much for stopping by, my man. So Heard That was trailing by double-digit points early on in this one. They've cut it now to 6 points as we're back to action. Vegas Fix thinking about the Patriots possibly could sign a man like Jermaine Kearse for the wide receiving core. Maybe. I'm not too big on Kearse. Hey, welcome in, King Sights. Thanks so much for stopping by. He's got $500 on this one. Who should he put it on in this one? I would go Overseas Elite in this game here. As Heard That puts up the floater. That one's no good. Overseas Elite gets the rebounds. Raptor thinking the Elmore brothers might be the best duo in the TBT here. Yeah, John Elmore, he's been impressive with everything he's done so far, and his other brother Ott played college basketball at Marshall as well. 17-11 now to score, as they're going to take a deep two from the left elbow. That one hits the front rim. No good by Overseas Elite. Rebound Heard That. Heard That. They try to put the pass right up the court. It gets deflected, stolen away by Overseas Elite. Deep three. That one hits the front rim, goes to the top of the backboard, and that is out of bounds. So 2:25 left to go. First quarter in this one. If you guys enjoy the content, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button here as I cover play-by-play basketball content on the channel, college basketball, NBA. And also, this is the first ever time I've done the TBT, by the way, so this is pretty cool. Heard That trying to get some more points here from another player, not by the name of John Elmore, as he will pass it off. That's a three, top of the key taken, no good. Off the mark right there by Ryan Luther. Played at Arizona for college basketball, also at Pittsburgh. A rebound Overseas Elite. As they float up in the key, no good. They get the offensive rebound and slam it down for two. Tearing it down right there. That is a huge slam that goes down. It's an 8-point game. Our crew likes watching the Big Three last year. The 4-point line is awesome for the Big Three. I love that they have the 4-point line. Nice feed inside right there. John Elmore off the pass to Zach Smith, and Zach Smith throws it down right there for the two-handed jam for Heard That. So it's a 6-point game. 19-13 to score. Minute 25 left to go first quarter. Bobby Brown with the basketball, moves it back out, top of the key here. Deep three, takes straight away. Got it. Money right there. Paris Horn from behind the arc hits that one. Solid looking shot there. 9-point game. Minute 10 left to go before the quarter. As Heard That goes inside, they float up. That one's up and good for two. 22-15, minute left to go first quarter. Overseas Elite, they get the basketball. Bobby Brown going to take a three. Oh, he is money right there. Splash from downtown by Bobby Brown. It's back to 10. Heard That right with the ball. John Elmore's got it. Dribble drive inside with the right hand. He gets it, a fall for two. The magic of John Elmore so far in this one, keeping his team right in the game. It's an 8-point game, 40 seconds remaining. As he broke numerous records when he played it for college basketball for Marshall. And quite a record breaker in the Conference USA. 3-point shot off the mark, no good by Overseas Elite. Rebound by Heard That. Heard That with the basketball. Can you request a game for me? Feel free, Dakota. Feel free to let me know what you'd be interested in. As Heard That with the ball, and we get a foul here around the perimeter. So that's going to be a reach in my Overseas Elite by Poot Jeter. Stops the clock. 14 seconds left to go. John Elmore. He's got 8 points today for John Elmore, and also with an assist. So he's had a solid start here. 4 for 6 from the floor for Elmore. Inbound coming up, as they will go to the Marshall alumni here. Heard That with the basketball off the inbound. They have it in their front court. They had it at the right corner, and it gets poked away. Stolen by Overseas Elite, and as that was happening, Ryan Luther reached in from behind, committed the foul for Heard That. Stops the clock with 6.8. So that will send Overseas Elite now to the free throw line, since Heard That has committed 5 fouls here in quarter number 1. So 5 fouls in the quarter. That means that the offense will shoot at the free throw line. So here we go. First shot at the free throw line for Overseas Elite. They hit it. Paris Horn's good for the first one. Second shot here coming up by Paris Horn at the free throw line. And he gets that one as well. 27-17. Hurdat with the basketball. 4 seconds left to go before the end of the quarter. John Elmore, dribble drive inside. Floats it up right at the horn. But no good as it went to the right side of the rim right there. He is frustrated as well. I think he thought that he was fouled on that play as well. So 10-point game here by Overseas Elite. But watch out for Hurdat. This team can score a ton of points if this team gets hot. Just like yesterday. What a game we had yesterday. House of Pain. They're on a monster run. They lost the game, but they actually had the advantage towards the end. They lost the game. They were down by 20 points when the Elam ending rule started, but the end of that game was a 15-3 run, and lucky for Red Scare that they were able to get the final bucket there. House of Pain didn't get back defensively, but the first semifinal set up, House of Pain versus Golden Eagles. Red Scare versus Golden Eagles, so that's 8 versus 4 in the first semifinal. The winner of this game will take on the semifinal tomorrow, as they will be taking on the winner in the next game, Bayheim's Army, taking on Sideline Cancer. So I'll be back for that one as well, by the way. So double header for today's games here, as this is the first one. A Parma staff member, yeah, I heard about that for Serrier. That the players in isolation, all the players tested negative, but the Parma staff member tested positive. Yeah, that's correct. 83-76 the final. We've it seems like a lot of the games I've covered, it seems like the winning team usually has 76 for quite a bit of the games. Yesterday the winning team had 83 though. As those two were quarterfinals games. Heard that put 102 on the board against the money team. Can I do like a high school game? I would have to see. Probably not, because I don't think I get like a big audience for a high school game, unfortunately. Because everybody comes for the content for like college and the professional sports content here on the channel. I don't think I really have like many people going to like watch like a high school game here on the channel. So let's take a look here at the numbers. Joe Johnson leads the way for Overseas Elite. He's got 7 points currently. Perfect 3 for 3 from the score. 5 points so far by Raphael Putney. He used to play college basketball at UMass. Xavier Silas, he's also got 5 points. And then for, heard that here, for the Marshall alumni, John Elmore. 8 points so far by John Elmore. Also, he's got an assist. He had 10 assists in the first game, 10 in the second game as well. And then, other than that, it's Ryan Luther with 3. And then 3 players with 2, that's Coakley, Williams, and Smith right now with 2 points for the Marshall alumni. So 1 quarter in the books. We're going to get over here. Second quarter starting right now. Dakota wanted me to see his high school basketball team. If they're on TV, maybe I'll get to see them sometime if they put them on like something that I can get like a stream off of a computer. So if they like stream the game off of like the local TV station, or if they get like national exposure, if they put it on like ESPN3 off the internet. But that's like the only way that I can like cover a high school basketball game. Alright, so here we go to it. Second quarter starts now. Don't forget, hit the thumbs up if you enjoy the content. Hit the subscribe button as well. As Heard That has the basketball first here to start off the second quarter. They go dribble drive inside as they'll get contacted. We get a foul as well. Or actually no foul here. It's going to be a clean block from behind. So clean block from behind. It's going to be Heard That basketball off the inbounds. Oh, cool. So it's on YouTube. I'll see if I can pull that up sometime and take a look at your high school. So inbound here goes to Ott Elmore. Ott Elmore lobs it over the top to the right baseline. Ball deflected out of bounds. A little bit of talking here with Ja'Cory Williams and the official right now about that. He thought it was a foul by the Overseas Elite defender, Raphael Putney, as Putney was crowding him quite a bit. But No foul here. We're going to... Oh, yep. Oh, wow. They're going to change it to a foul. So they change it to a foul right here, and that's going to result in an inbound coming up here by Heard That. So Heard That with the basketball. John Elmore moves it over to the right wing perimeter. They dribble now into the key, floats it up. No good. Air ball. They get the offensive rebound, but we get a foul here on the shot anyway. So it is a foul. It goes to Overseas Elite, their second foul. That happened on Raphael Putney again. So Raphael Putney, 2 quick fouls in the past 26 seconds here for Overseas Elite. This is a shooting foul, so it will result in Heard That going to the line. First shot here, 8:34 left to go, second quarter, and that one's up. That one's through at the free throw line by Ja'Cory Williams. He had a monster game for Heard That back a couple of days ago when they took on Money Team. Ja'Cory Williams had 30 points in that game, had a pretty good game against Peoria All-Stars as well, dropped down 22. Second shot as that one at the free throw line, no good, missed that one. It's 28-17. Anderson County Mavericks is the team there. I'll take note of that, Dakota. Overseas Elite now with the basketball as they dribble past half court. They move it over to the right wing. They'll take a three. We get a foul right before the three-point shot. This game's kind of been stop and start right now. As far as like play, foul, play, foul. Pujeter took the three. So right before the shot, there was a foul here. It's going to be the first one on Heard That. So Overseas Elite, as we're not even a minute through the second quarter, Overseas Elite with 3 fouls, Heard That with 1. Okay, so inbound coming up. Overseas Elite gets it. They have it back on top here to Bobby Brown. Top of the key, guarded by Elmore. He passed it out to the left corner, and that will be a foul by Elmore. And these players right now, they just can't believe it that the refs are calling everything right now. It's stop and start on the clock. And that'll result in a shooting foul as well. I don't agree with that. It looked like Bobby Brown was passing the ball to the left corner. It didn't look like he was in the shooting motion. So first shot here at the free throw line by Bobby Brown to Overseas Elite. This shot's up. This shot's good. It's 28-18. Second shot coming up at the free throw line. Bobby Brown knocks it down. 29-18 the score. 8:10 left to go, second quarter. Stop and start we've been so far. We'll see if we can get some buckets. John Elmore with the basketball. Catch and shoot. Takes the three. He has got it. John Elmore, money. He's got 11 right now. Keeping his team right in the game. 29-21 the score. 7:50 left to go, second quarter. Overseas Elite with the basketball. Joe Johnson. Oh, nice pass right there to the right corner. Swoosh going down from the outside by Overseas Elite. And that shot gets sent down right there by Bobby Brown. It's 32-21 now. 7.5 left to go, second quarter. Another three. That one, no good. Hit the front rim. Not even close right there by Heard That. Rebound goes to Overseas Elite. Putney with it. Almost traveled with the basketball. Feeds it down inside the low post. Joe Johnson puts it up, no good. Tries to get his own offensive rebound. Putney does. Feeds it back to the top. That's a three. Pujeter knocks it down. Now the three balls are raining in town here in Columbus for this one. 35-21, just like that. Back-to-back three-point shots by Overseas Elite. Elmore moves it over. That's a three taken. Marshall alumni off the mark that time. Heard That missed the three. Rebound to Overseas Elite. Overseas Elite with the basketball. They got it at the left wing perimeter. Dribbling now. Working on Elmore. Shot over that one. No good. Hit the front rim. Rebound goes right back over to Heard That by Chris Coakley. Coakley with the basketball. Dribbles now. Inside. Floats it up with the left hand. Nice move there. And that will count for the bucket for 2. It's a 12-point game. 6:40 left to go, second quarter. Oh yeah, there's been a lot of fouls in this game. There was 4 fouls in like the first 40 seconds of the second quarter. Finally, we're picking up right now with this one as the refs keep on saying play on, which is good as time keeps on coming off the clock. They move it around the perimeter, goes inside off the dribble, floats it up. That shot's no good. As it's a missed shot right there by Dakari Tucker. Rebound goes to Heard That. Heard That with the basketball, and that's another foul. It's going to send Heard That to the free throw line. So Ja'Cory Williams shooting 2 now at the line. If you're a first timer on the channel, don't forget, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And I'll be back for the second game as well. Boeheim's Army taking on Team Cancer for the second game here. We got Overseas Elite versus Heard That going on right now. As they cover play-by-play for this one. Ja'Cory Williams, 2 shots to the line here by the 23 seed Heard That. Oh, yeah, what a great game yesterday. House of Pain tried to get the comeback. That would be crazy if they were able to get that comeback, but, man, we were playing Elam ending roles for a long time in that game there yesterday. Like, that was one incredible ending of that game. Red Scare was stuck on 80, like, constantly, and then after, like, a drought of not scoring for, like, almost 10 minutes, they finally scored. First shot, no good, hit the front rim by Ja'Cory Williams. Second shot coming up here by Williams. That one's up, that one's through. Puts it to 11 now, 35-24. Overseas Elite right back with the basketball as they take it past the timeline. Dribbling towards the right wing, Joe Johnson has it as he's working on John Elmore. Johnson goes inside. Now on Ott Elmore, ball got deflected right there. Johnson tried to save it. It's going to be tipped out of bounds by Ott Elmore. So Overseas Elite will get it right back. 5:58 left to go, second quarter. Inbound coming up in the front court here for Overseas Elite. Foul numbers look like this. 4 fouls by Overseas Elite. 2 by Herdat here in the second quarter. As they inbound it over to Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown moves it over into the hands of Pooh Jeter. Jeter now with the basketball. Deep 2. Top of the free throw circle. No good. Oh, huge rebound there for a moment. But Justin Burrell got the ball stripped off his hands. Herdat with the ball. Oh, nice movement to the left wing. Wide open 3. Takes it, and John Elmore is money. He is saving this team right now in this one. John Elmore is setting Conference USA records when he played college basketball for Marshall. It puts his team winning 8. 35-27, left corner 3. Catch and shoot. Overseas Elite responds right back right there with a triple. They knock it down. It's an 11-point game. Herdat with the basketball. John Elmore dribbles top of the key. Herdat has it with Elmore. Elmore still dribbling top of the key. Dribbles now spin move at the free throw circle. Moves it back here to Browning. Browning passes it over. That's a 3. Left wing. Off the mark. No good. Offensive rebound over to Ja'Cory Williams. Williams puts it up. Too strong off the glass. They get their own offensive rebound. Puts it right back for 2. We're finally picking up in this game, which is good right now. Overseas Elite. Bad pass right there. Stolen at half court by Herdat. Herdat takes a 3. They got it. Steve Browning from behind the arc hits it, and double digits was the score a couple moments ago. This game has been put back to a 6-point game now. 9-3 running courtesy of Herdat. 4.5 left to go, second quarter. Overseas Elite with the basketball. Pooh Jeter now, dribble drive inside from the right elbow. Pass it over to the left corner. Ball deflected out of bounds. It's going to be knocked out of bounds by Ja'Cory Williams. I heard that, so Overseas Elite will get it right back here. Stoppage in time in the court. We'll get back to action here in a couple moments. Don't forget, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you enjoy the content here on the channel as I cover play-by-play live reaction videos of college basketball games, NBA games, and the first ever time I've done the TBT here, and these games have been an absolute blast to call, so welcome in everyone on the channel. Alright, so we're back to action here. Overseas Elite with the inbound as they will inbound this one in their front court. Oh, bad pass, stripped away, stolen here. Herdat gets the basketball. So go up the court, take a right corner 3. It's off the mark, hits the right side of the rim. Rebound Overseas Elite. They have it inside, moves it back out to the outside. Left corner 3. This one is up, and we have a turnover here. It's going to be a whistle blown on that turnover. It's going to be by Overseas Elite, as it was a double dribble by Overseas Elite. And this ball will go back to Herdat. So 4 minutes left to go. What happens if you cyberbully a teacher, Vaughn? You don't want to do that. Do not be messaging your English teacher on Facebook. 3-point shot. Herdat takes it. They got it. This is the closest they've been in a long time. 38-35. Ryan Luther hits the 3-point shot. Overseas Elite. Right baseline dribble with the basketball. We get a foul on the play here. I think it's on Ryan Luther. So 3:45 left to go. When's the championship game? Championship game is Tuesday night. 7 p.m. Eastern time, as the semifinals are tomorrow. I think they're at 4 and 6 tomorrow for the semifinals. Golden Eagles, the 4 seed, will be taking on the 8 seed tomorrow, Red Scare, in one of the semifinals. And the winner of these 2 games here today and these 2 quarterfinal games will play in the semifinals tomorrow. So right now we're on break. Oh, wow, Herdat is coming right back, though, as we're going to go to a media timeout, stoppage and time. I'll update everybody with the leading scores of this one. So let's see here. Taking a look at this game so far. As Overseas Elite leading scorer Joe Johnson currently has 10 points right now. 4 for 5 from the floor. Perfect 2 for 2 from behind the arc. And then other than that, there's a trio of players with 5 points. Xavier Silas with 5, Bobby Brown with 5, and Raphael Putney with 5 right now for Overseas Elite. For her, that leading scorer in this game, keeping them right into this one, would happen to be John Elmore. He's got 14 out of the 35 points so far. Knocked down 2 3-point shots. Surprising thing so far, John Elmore only has 1 assist. He went off for 20 assists in 2 games here. The first 2 games of the TBT, as he is averaging 10. So he dropped down, he had 10 assists in the first game against Peoria All-Stars. Had 10 assists as well in the second game against the Money team. But talk about a team that can explode for points. It is this team right here with Herd that can absolutely explode for points. They were trailing 40-22 in the last game against the 7 seed, the Money team. And this team can just put up a ton of points here, just explode when you're not watching. And that's what they've been doing here in this one. They were trailing by double-digit points early on, as they were right back in a 3-point game. As a little bit a while ago, they were down by 12 points. Now they've cut it to 3. Awesome. So Raptor starts his graphic design job on Wednesday. That's great, man. That's awesome that you start your new job. Good luck with your new job, by the way, bud. So right now we're just on break. We'll get back here in a matter of moments, everyone. Big thank you all for stopping by. We got 20 people watching on the video right now. If you enjoy this video, as I cover live play-by-play streams, I do college basketball games, also NBA games as well. And I've been covering the basketball tournament for about a week, and it's got some really good feedback about people who enjoy it. So don't forget, if you really enjoy the content here, hit the thumbs up. That helps out a ton. Hit the subscribe button also. If you'd like to be back on future streams, feel free to hit that notification bell to be notified when I do go live for more streams, because that goes a long way as well. So right now we're going to get back to action here. 38-35 to score. Winner of this game will take on Boeheim's Army, the 3 seed, versus Sideline Cancer, the 22 seed. I'll be covering that game after the conclusion of this one today. So the timeout was taken by Overseas Elite, as Heard that got on quite a bit of a run. They got onto an 8-0 run here. So that's why Overseas Elite took a timeout. But John Elmore keeping his team right in the game. 14 points by John Elmore in this one so far. Some of these shots he made, really difficult shots, and he is right now the go-to player in this one. Wide open 3. He took it down earlier in this one, as we're seeing the highlight clips of John Elmore right now on the bench for Heard that. Oh yeah, I would agree. This team is surprising me, man. Definitely, like VCU back in 2011, George Mason from 2006. It's one of these types of teams that just surprises you and makes a deep run. So here we are, back to action. Overseas Elite with the basketball. They got it now at the top of the key. Dribbling now into the hands. Joe Johnson going to take a jumper. It's up and it's good. Joe Johnson, the leading scorer now for Overseas Elite. 40-35 to score. 3:25 left to go, quarter number 2. Heard that with the basketball. They have it now left wing perimeter. Rondale Watson had it. We got a foul here offensively away from the basketball, though. It's going to be a foul by Heard that, and the ball is going to go right back over to Overseas Elite. So Overseas Elite going to get this one right back. 5-point game, 3:20 left to go. Hey, welcome to the channel here, Nag. Thanks so much for stopping by. So Overseas Elite's got it. Passes over top of the key. Into the hands of Justin Burrell. Bounce pass now to the left elbow. They're going to take a jumper. This one's up. That one is good right there for 2 by Overseas Elite. So 7-point game. 3 minutes remain here as Heard that's got the basketball. Heard that now with the ball. Right wing perimeter. Passes over to the top here to Elmore. John Elmore passes over now inside the key. And they will take the jumper there. Ja'Cory Williams off the mark. No good. Rebound to Overseas Elite. Overseas Elite right back with the basketball. They have it at the left wing perimeter. Bobby Brown dribbles now. Bobby Brown, left baseline dribble. Passes over low post, and we get a foul from behind. It's going to be a foul here off the push by Heard That. Stops the clock, 2:33. You shouldn't be saying that in the chat here, Vaughn. And you shouldn't be doing that as well. You shouldn't be messaging your teachers on Facebook about stuff. You don't want to do that. So we're back to action. Joe Johnson with the basketball now. He passes it over to Frank Sessions. Sessions moves it out, back over to Johnson. 7-point game, 2:20 remaining here. Joe Johnson pro hop inside. Tried to float that one up to his teammate. No good. He gets his own offensive rebound. Tipped around in the key, and I guess rebounded by Heard That. 2:10 remaining. Heard That with the basketball. John Elmore has it. They got the top of the key as we approach the 2-minute mark. Deep three. Wow. Elmore showing the touch right there with a long range. That was from way deep out. It's like a 26-foot shot right there, and John Elmore knocks it down. 17 points today by him in this one, keeping his team right in the game. Do I think Joe Johnson's a Hall of Famer? I would say yes to that. He's made the All-Star game 7 times. I think like down the road, I think that could very well be enough to put him in the Hall of Fame. I say yes there. John Elmore with 17. He's knocked down 3 3-point shots. Heard That with the basketball. Back near way, low post. They're going to put up the jumper. Ja'Cory Williams. That one hits the front rim, no good, and gets tipped out of bounds here. Ja'Cory Williams tipped that out of bounds. Minute 30 left to go. Overseas Elite will get back to basketball. 4-point game. And also we got a timeout taken here by Overseas Elite. So it's going to stop the clock. 1:31 remaining. As we'll be back in a matter of moments, everyone. So Joe Johnson leads the way right now. 12 points for Overseas Elite. 5 for 8 from the floor. Perfect 2 for 2 from downtown. Hey, welcome in. Tyler here. Thanks so much for stopping by, man. I would say yes to that as well. Draymond Green, a Hall of Famer someday. John Elmore's got 17, 7 for 12 from the floor. As he is just leading the way, completely taking over this game for Heard That. And Diego's back. Welcome back, Diego. He is back here on the channel. Wow, so they've done testing the past 2 days for these TBT players, and nobody's tested positive in the past 2 days. As we're back to action, 4-point game. Overseas Elite with the basketball jumper inside the key. That one's up, and that one's through right there for 2. Hey, welcome in, Tyler Castillo. Thanks so much for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. I cover play-by-play of college basketball games, NBA games on the channel. First ever time doing TBT, and this is awesome. Massive block right there by Overseas Elite. They're going to get the ball. Bobby Brown, right baseline dribble. Swings it back out to the left corner. 3 in the air. It's off the mark. No good by Overseas Elite. Rebound, Heard That. Heard That with the ball. They have it at the right wing. Going to take a 3. Rondale Watson. It's off the mark. No good. We got 50 seconds left to go before halftime. Overseas Elite, they're up by 6. They got the basketball. Oh, that is awesome. So, Tyler here selling clothes to Frank Sessions, who is playing for Overseas Elite. That is awesome. Thanks so much for stopping by on my channel. He's got a connection to Frank Sessions. That is great. There's a couple people here who's been in my streams that have like a connection with someone. There's the daughter of Eric Devendorf from the Syracuse alumni for Boeheim's Army that was on my stream a couple of days ago. And then there was the cousin to one of the players on another stream from a few days ago as well. So this is cool. We've got quite a bit of a connection as far as people to some of the players, which is awesome, guys. Thanks so much for finding my channel and stopping by. So heard that was fouled. They went to the free throw line. They just missed both of them, though. Heard that gets the offensive rebound. So 16-second differential, shot clock and game clock. Shot clock down to 10 seconds, game clock down to 26. Deep three. Oh my goodness, he is lighting it up right now. John Elmore once again. He's got 20 points. And he just lights it up for way outside right there. Man. 44-41. 10 seconds left to go before halftime. Overseas Elite with the basketball. They got it at the left wing. Joe Johnson, step back three. In the air. Splash with 2 seconds left to go before the half. Full court shot. Air ball. And we go into halftime here. 47-41 the score in this one. It's a good one. Heard that. They were down by double-digit points. They have come roaring back in this game. Cut it down to 3. And this has been a good one in courtesy of John Elmore, former Marshall Thundering Herd, set many Conference USA records playing college basketball. He's got 20 points at the half here. 4 for 6 from behind the arc, 8 for 13 from the floor. And he almost had a triple-double in the first game of the TBT. So, right now we're just on a break. We're at halftime, everybody. If you guys enjoy the content, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and welcome in, guys, on the channel. Nobody, tested positive, Diego putting out for, the NBA since they got to Disney. That's great. Hey, my man John here. Welcome in here, bud. My man John from Off the Wall Hockey. Thanks so much, bud, for stopping by. He's got awesome content on his channel. He just updated, he just uploaded the NHL hype video for the NHL restart to the playoffs here. Awesome video, my man, but glad to have you on once again, bud. Oh, yeah, that was the Marshall team that just lit it up against Wichita State a couple years in the tournament. That was crazy. Like, Marshall kept on, like, massive threes from outside, and this is the player right here, John Elmore, that was hitting, like, monster, like, 28-foot shots from behind the arc, and he's hit some of these today. This is crazy. They were the 13 seed in that tournament. That was 2018, and they beat Wichita State in the first rounds. Just lighting it up, just like Jimmer for that type threes. That would be funny if Jimmer for that played in the tournament for this year for the TBT. That would be so cool, but he wasn't able to do it this year. He's played the past couple years I was looking at, though. They had their own team named after team for that. Right now we're on break. Joe Johnson leading the way here for Overseas Elite in this one. He's got 17 of his own. Yep, that was what a game there. Marshall just from way deep, basically like half-court threes. That's crazy. Man. Those are the types of teams that, like, you love to see, like you only catch those games from time to time. That reminds me of like Jordan Bohannon from Iowa, what he was doing against Tennessee last year in the tournament. Jordan Bohannon, by the way, he's going to get a 6th season for Iowa this year, so he will be back for Iowa for his 6th season of eligibility, since I think he only played 10 games this past season, got injured, so the NCAA granted Jordan Bohannon eligible for this upcoming season, which He was so fun to watch back in the 2019 tournament against Tennessee. He was hitting shots from the half-court logo, and hopefully he'll stay healthy, and we'll get to see that this year, because that'll be so cool. Oh, yeah, for sure. That's definitely what makes the NCAA tournament special, is these types of teams that light it up from, like, way deep. Sorrentine at the DCU Center for Vermont, when they played in Worcester at the DCU Center for March Madness, Vermont took on Syracuse, and I think it was TJ Sorrentine. That was a game in like the mid-2000s, and Gus Johnson called it. Sorrentine from the parking lot and delivered. Oh, that's cool. So Raptor knows Jonathan Isaac from the Magic. His brother went to Florida State, shared a dorm room with him. Oh, that's cool. So that's pretty cool that you have a connection with him. That's great. Only met him once when he was helping his brother move in. So he is a fan of him. That's great. Yeah, we've had quite a bit of people here on the channel that they have a connection with somebody here that plays in the TBT. One of the people here that was on here like a couple of days ago, she was the daughter of the father that's playing for the Syracuse alumni, Eric Devendorf, and his daughter Madeline was in the stream, and that was pretty cool that we're able to get like people that have a connection. And Devendorf was the one that led the way for the Syracuse alumni in their first game here at the tournament. So that is the next game right after that. We got Boeheim's Army taking on Sideline Cancer here for the doubleheader today. So the winner of these two games, this game and the game right after, will face off tomorrow in the semifinals, and then the championship game will take place on Tuesday night at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. So Aroldis Chapman looks like he tested positive for the Yankees. Yeah, it's the list of players that is growing every day, and it is, I mean, it's just another player added to the list that probably will not have any symptoms, basically. Like, from all the people that I've heard tested positive, it's like, for athletes, it's like, they've barely had any symptoms. There's, like, very few that's had. Just from the start when the NBA was canceled. And then Spencer Dinwiddie is the only one that recently has had symptoms, and he's kept on battling with it, and it's really affected his NBA restart, and he actually decided not to go to the restart, which is just a big hit and a huge loss for the Brooklyn Nets. Yeah, if he keeps on leading his team here to the championship game, I would very well say that that John Elmore could possibly win MVP here. He looking for sure that he's going to be a part of this all tournament team. I would say if he keeps on playing like this, I think he has a great chance to make the TBT all tournament team. Also, I got Mike Dom on that list for House of Pain. I thought he's been pretty impressive so far. Hey, welcome to the channel, Duchess Anderson. Thanks so much for stopping by. Where's Overseas Elite from? These are basically like a lot of players thrown in here for this team. A lot of these players played out west for college basketball, but some of them from the Northeast as well. So this team is like, it's not like an alumni team. It's just a mix of players like former G League players. Joe Johnson played in the NBA. It's basically like a mix of players. A lot of these players played overseas, and that's why they're called Overseas Elite. So a lot of these players played internationally overseas after they played college basketball, or they played in the G League and then went over to play overseas after they played in the G League. So this team isn't like an alumni team of like a college, like a lot of these players here. So right now we're just on break here. We're going to get back here after halftime in a little bit. I can't show the game live because if I do so, YouTube will take down the channel due to a copyright strike. So I can't do that, But if you want to see this stream live, you can see it over on the ESPN app. They have all the streams for free up on the ESPN app. If you have like a phone, or if you're on a PC, you can get that over there. Or you can get the stream, type it in on Google, 123TV ESPN. Type in 123TV ESPN over on Google, and that's where you're able to get this stream for free as well. So I can't show it to you guys live here, like the actual screen, because YouTube would take the video away, and they put a copyright strike. But this is play-by-play of the basketball game, by the way, for the basketball tournament. I also cover play-by-play live reaction videos for college basketball, NBA games, and I also do a ton of content as well as far as college basketball rankings videos, transfer videos in there. Also, I did an NBA draft video, so feel free to check out my content on the channel. Also, if you haven't done so already, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, subscribe button, as right now we're just at halftime between these two teams. First game out of the doubleheader today. Second game will be Boeheim's Army, the Syracuse alumni, the 3 seed, taking on the 22 seed, which has been quite a surprise in this TBT. That team's name is Sideline Cancer, playing to raise awareness, hoping to find a cure someday for cancer. They're the 22 seed, and they're coming off victories over Team Hines and Team Challenge ALS in the last game they played on Tuesday. They actually have Vegas Vix is in this chat right now because he's a big URI fan, same as me, since we're from the same area. I'm a big Providence and URI fan for college basketball, but they actually have Four McGlynn, who played college basketball back at URI from 2015-2016 for the URI Rams. So he's actually on Sideline Cancer. So the winner of this game will take on the winner of the next game. And then on the other side of the bracket, they got semifinals set up from the 2 winners yesterday, as they got the 4 seed, the Golden Eagles, the Marquette alumni, in the semifinals, as they will be taking on the number 8 seed, the Dayton Flyers alumni, Red Scares. I covered that game yesterday against the House of Pain, the Illinois alumni, and that was quite the game there. House of Pain was down by 20. The game ended for the House of Pain on a 15-3 run. They lost, though, but man, they were making it close towards the end. That was quite the ending there, that one. Will they find the vaccine? Well, Moderna's doing a great job on that. My girlfriend's mom is one of the people that works on the statistics of working on the vaccine, as her company is a partner company with Moderna out of Cambridge, Massachusetts. So they're hoping to find that vaccine by January, so we can get fans back in the stands here closer than usual once people can start taking that, if they do actually take it. But only time will tell about that. Right now we're just on break. We're going to get third quarter here in a couple moments, as right now I just put it out to the third quarters. We're going to get to that right after these messages. So if you're a first timer on the channel, don't forget, smash the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, also notification bell. Goes a long way as well here, as I cover basketball games play-by-play on the channel. And the star of this game for sure has to be John Elmore. He is keeping his team right now for that right into this game for John Elmore. And then Joe Johnson has been the go-to so far in this one for Overseas Elite. But yeah, John Elmore has been impressive. He had 10 assists in the first game, 10 in the second game. Today, though, he hasn't really been passing it as much as far as assists in this one for John Elmore. It has been his shooting abilities, which has just kept his team right in this one. And Herdat can score a lot of points, and they can score it fast. And we saw how that went, closing out the game on a 7-0 run in their last victory against the 7 seed, the Money team. And they just are determined, and they put up a ton of points here. First 2 games, dropping down 80 against Peoria All-Stars, only held them to 65. And then just a lot of points in the second game, 102-99, as they were actually down by 18 points in the first quarter. They were losing that game 40-22, and they still were able to complete the comeback and win that one. So Vaughn putting out here, he wants a vaccine by January because he'll go and get the vaccine on January 22nd, he puts out. Yeah, I got my yearly doctor's appointment, I think like early January, that I have every single year for my checkup. So we will see, only time will tell. They are optimistic about it, though, that it could come early 2021. I've heard anything from like September, but I feel like that's just way too early. That would be less than 2 months away. That, I feel like, is way too early. But they're in Phase 3 right now with Moderna out of Cambridge. That is one of over 100 vaccines being tested now. But that is one of the ones that's in the highest phases. And they're actually looking for volunteers to volunteer for that vaccine. I think they're looking for 30,000 people to volunteer for the Moderna vaccine. And that's the one that I believe that's the one my girlfriend's mom is working on, because her company's out of Cambridge as well, not too far away from where Moderna is, and they're working together on the vaccine. And my girlfriend's mom's a part of that. I think they like take the stats down to like every single person that like takes the vaccine and stuff, and they like write reports about like how they're feeling and things like that about it. And they have to like track like the daily progress for like each person, like day after day after day. Vegas Vix would want to volunteer for that. I saw an article about that yesterday. I saw an article, it was on Boston 5 News, WCVB 5, that had an article about they were looking for volunteers. They needed like, I think it was like 30,000 people to volunteer for the vaccine. So if you're interested, feel free to check that out, Vegas Vix. Right now, we're going to get to the third quarter here, everybody, in just a moment. 47-41 the score. Heard that being kept in the game by John Elmore, hitting down massive three-point shots from all over the court right now. And he has got 20. Hey, welcome back in here, Ray Blanket. Thanks so much for stopping by. He hopes they find a vaccine as well. Well, that would definitely be a big help towards getting fans right in the stands once again, and for more people to come together here once a good amount of people take it. I think in order to get like some type of herd immunity, I think they have to get like 65% plus for that. Alright, so here we go. We're getting back to action in this one. So, Overseas Elite, they're going to go right to left in the court. We're going to start off the third quarter. As Overseas Elite will get the basketball to start off quarter number 3. Bounce pass now over to the left elbow into the hands of Joe Johnson. As he passes off to the right corner. 3 in the air. That one's off the back iron. No good. And it gets rebounded over here by John Elmore. Heard that. Oh, Elmore, huge pass up the court. And it's a layup right there. As Overseas Elite couldn't get back in time and play defense. 4-point game there. Great awareness by John Elmore to find his man right up the court for the full court pass in the bucket. 47-43. The score. Overseas Elite had the ball. That's going to be a foul by Heard That. Non-shooting foul. So Overseas Elite will get the inbounds. So they will inbound from the right corner of their perimeter. Vaughn wants to go out in public without seeing people in the mask. Yeah, it's scary. It's like we're in a third world country. But this mask wearing is going to go on for quite some time. 47-43. I guess we all have to like adapt to society until everything starts going back to normal once again. Jumper taken at the right elbow. And Overseas Elite knocks it down for 2. Back to a 6-point game. Heard That with the basketball. Second possession now of the third quarter. John Elmore. Dribble drive inside with the right hand. That one goes off the bottom part of the backboard. It's no good. We got 8:06 left to go. We also have a foul here. It's going to be a foul, I think, on Overseas Elite. So yeah, foul on the Overseas Elite. It was a shooting foul as well. Joe Johnson picked up the foul, so it will send John Elmore here to the free throw line. First shot. This one's up. This one is good. So it's Fighting Illini, even a team anymore. They still go by the nickname, the Illinois Fighting Illini. Their team got eliminated yesterday from the TBT. John Elmore hits both of them down at the free throw line, 49-42. But I usually just know them by Illini now. That they have the Fighting Illini in there. That floater, no good. Hit the front rim by Overseas Elite. Rebound by Heard That. Heard That with the basketball. John Elmore dribbles towards his left wing. He's got 22. He is carrying his team right now. Elmore still dribbling around the perimeter. There's a deep 3 left wing off the mark by Elmore. No good. A rebound here to Overseas Elite. 2-on-1 fast break. Dishes it out to the right wing. That's a 3 taken. It's up. It's good. Splash from behind the arc by Overseas Elite. It's 52-45. Dropping down the triple right there by Pooh Jeter. Building off his 22-point game back against Armored Athlete in the round of 16. Heard That with the basketball top of the key. Ryan Taylor has it. Taylor feeds it over to the left baseline. Heard That dribbles the ball. Double team set up, and that ball gets turned over out of bounds. It's out of control dribbling right there by Heard That. They turned it over, and it's going to go back to Overseas Elite. So Overseas Elite right back with the ball. Oh, the TBT team. Oh, the Notre Dame team. Oh yeah, the Notre Dame team. The Fighting Irish team isn't in this TBT. So they're not in this TBT. But that was like the first ever winner. But I didn't see him for like the 2019 list when they had like the register list out. I didn't see that team out on there. So the Notre Dame, the Fighting. Oh, okay. So the Fighting Alumni for Notre Dame won. That's going to be a bucket right there inside by Joe Johnson as we get back to action. 54-45 the score. Heard that with the ball. As they go inside, that shot too strong off the glass. No good. Rebound Overseas Elite. Entry pass into the lane. Goes to Putney. Putney swings it back out now. They move it over. Left corner. Wide open three. No good. It was halfway home but rattled out there in a three-point shot. Missed shot by Dakari Tucker. Rebound goes back to Heard That. Heard That. Dribble drive inside with the right hand. They float it up. It's good. Off the backboard, and they score there as that one goes down by Ryan Taylor for 2. It's a 7-point game, 54-47, 6 minutes left to go, third quarter. Pooh Jeter moves it over to the top. Now they bounce pass it over to Joe Johnson. That's going to be a foul called. It's going to be an Ott Elmore this time that they call a foul on. So this will be coming up here. So we just try to sort this out. This will be an inbound coming up for Overseas Elite. So Overseas Elite inbounds it, passes it over to Joe Johnson. Backs his way at the left corner baseline. Now to the left elbow. Takes the jumper. It's off the mark. Hit the front rim. Rebound goes to the defense here for Heard That. Heard That with the ball. Ryan Luther moves it over to the left wing. Back over towards the top here into the hands of Ja'Cory Williams. Back now to John Elmore. Swings it out to the left wing. Heard That with the basketball. Goes into the key. Floater. It's up and it's good there for 2. As that shot goes down by Chris Coakley. 54-49 to score. 5:20 left to go, third quarter. Overseas Elite. They have the basketball. Joe Johnson dribbles with it. We got a lot of contact there. Him, Johnson, and John Elmore trying to go after the basketball. I think it's going to be a foul by John Elmore here. It's going to stop some time on the... Stops the clock right now. 5:18 left to go. So that is Heard That foul number 3. Overseas Elite with 2 fouls now as we're into the third quarter. Overseas Elite to inbound right underneath their hoop. They'll pass it over to the edge of the Puma logo. Swings it over. It's Devon Balkman now into the game. He hasn't got much minutes today. Deep 2. That one's off the mark by Overseas Elite. Right place, right time. Balkman gets the offensive rebound. Takes a 3. No good. It rattled out. It's tipped around in the key and rebounded by Heard That. Heard That with the basketball now. Ja'Cory Williams floats it up. Too strong off the glass. No good. And the rebound goes right back over here to Tucker this time for Overseas Elite. They'll dribble it past the half-court logo. Frank Sessions. He's got the basketball. Sessions at the top of the key. Dribbles. Step back. Deep 2. It's up. No good. Rattled out. Rebound goes to Heard That once again. Vegas Vic's drinking some green bubble tea right now. That sounds good, man. 5-point game. 54-49. Heard That with the basketball with 4.5 left to go. As they go inside. Floats it up right hand as both of these teams stone cold right now. Can't get a shot to fall from the floor. Overseas Elite with it. Had it, his Frank Sessions, as he had a wide open shot. Instead, he stood still, passed it inside. That's a clean block. What a block right there by the Marshall alumni. As that block gets credited to Zach Smith. The ball goes out of bounds at the baseline, though. And it will be Overseas Elite basketball. Yeah, right from behind. Zach Smith just swats it away from Raphael Putney inside the low post. Inbound coming up for Overseas Elite. They put it back to the edge of the Puma logo, right corner of the front court. Overseas Elite going to take a 3. It's up. No good. Hit the front rim. Rebound goes back to the Marshall alumni. Heard That with the basketball. John Elmore with 4 minutes left to go. Dribbles past the half-court logo. If you're new to the channel, hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Elmore tried the alley-oop pass there right there at the right baseline to Watson. Watson got denied. Clean block by Overseas Elite. Goes out of bounds. So it's going to stop some time here. This game at Nationwide Arena, Columbus, Ohio. We're going to go on break for this one. 54-49 to score on the play-by-play call today on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube of the basketball tournament. So thanks so much, everyone, for finding my channel, by the way. I almost got 20 people watching now. As if you guys enjoy basketball content on the channel, I cover college basketball games. Also cover NBA games here as well. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Helps out a ton. Hit the subscribe button if you're a first time or new to the channel. And the notification bell if you really enjoy what they do, as that goes a long way as well. So, taking a look here, leading scores of this one is this has been John Elmore's game. He had currently he has 22 points right now. by John Elmore. Only has 3 assists though at the moment here. He has 2 assists right now at the moment. He had 10 assists in the first game against Peoria All-Stars. 10 assists as well against the money team in the second game. So he's got 22. Also, there's another player with double-digit points right now. That is for Herdbats. That is Chris Coakley. He's got 12 so far. And Joe Johnson taking control of this game at the moment for Overseas Elite. Joe Johnson, 21 points, as he is the only player with double-digit points here at the moment. So when they open up school for Vaughn on August 12th, he bets that Vaughn will go back to online learning a few days later because we're going to be like what happened in Israel. They have to shut down school. Yeah, I've heard a couple people talking about that. I've heard a couple people saying that we're probably going to go back for 2 weeks. And then once we go back to 2 weeks, they'll find out that somebody tested positive inside the school district. And then they have to go right back over to online learning once again. It's just unfortunate. But yeah, August 12th, that is way too early, in my opinion. That is a month away now. 1 month away from tomorrow. Wow. Time just sure does fly. Because you were telling me that, Vaughn, a week ago, and a week ago we were on the 4th of July. Alright, so right now we're just on a little bit of a break. We're going to get back here in a couple moments. Thanks so much for stopping by for the basketball tournament, by the way. These have been some really great games that I've covered. Yesterday, man, the House of Pain almost had to come back against Red Scare. That was a good game. So the winner of this game will take on the winner of the next game in the semifinal tomorrow, taking on each other in game number 2. Number 3 seed Bayheim's Army, the Syracuse alumni, taking on Sideline Cancer, the 22 seed. (54-49), 3:54 left to go in the third quarter as we are almost back to action here. They're just taking a look at some of the highlights so far that's happened in this game. And Joe Johnson with 21, John Elmore with 22, and those are the top 2 scorers so far in this game. It's been quite a battle between the two of them with John Elmore versus Joe Johnson today. Right now, John Elmore is he coming back in or no? We'll take a look at that in just a moment. So they're still talking about this. This has been a long time out that they've been going on right now. But now we're finally back to action. So yeah, John Elmore is in the game as he was the one who just bounced past it over to his teammate, just got fouled. And heard that will go to the free throw line shoot too. So foul here by Overseas Elite. 3:52 left to go third quarter. Ja'Cory Williams will go to the line here for 2 shots for the Marshall alumni. First shot here by Williams at the free throw line. Puts this one to a 4-point game as he sinks that one. Vaughn is also watching the Celebrities Golf Tournament. That's cool, bud. Second shot coming up here at the free throw line. This one's up, and this one is good as well. 54. 51 to score. 3:50 left to go. Third quarter in action here. Overseas Elite with the basketball. Yeah, this has been a really good game. Like, all these games that I've covered, like, for the majority of them, they've been great games. Overseas Elite has it. Low post, puts it up. No good. Too strong off the backboard there by Putney, and it gets rebounded over to Herdbats. John Elmore dribbles past the half-court logo. Elmore, entry pass into the lane, over to Zach Smith, off the fingertips and out of bounds, though, as Zach Smith, as the pass was a little bit too high and wide. Oh, that's awesome. Pat Mahomes is playing golf. I remember the day that Pat Mahomes was playing basketball, and then Andy Reid told him that he couldn't play basketball no more, but that was a dope video right there of Pat Mahomes. Joe Johnson has it left wing, shoots the 3, he has got it. 57-51 to score, 6-point game, 3 minutes remain here in the third quarter. Marshall, with the Marshall alumni, I heard that with the basketball. John Elmore Pass over to Ryan Luther. Luther now has it left baseline. Luther inside, puts it up, and it's good for 2 right there in a low post. Nice move right there to evade the defender. 4-point game. This is a great game here with these two teams. Overseas Elite right back with the ball. As they will go burst of speed inside. Stripped of the basketball inside the lane, as that was Frank Sessions, as he absorbed a ton of contact there as well. And Sessions is down in the key. And Frank Sessions is okay. So that's good to see there for Frank Sessions. Able to get back up on his feet right there. A ton of contact on the last play. And Frank Sessions will go to the free throw line, shoot 2. So first shot here coming up, Frank Sessions at the line for Overseas Elite. That one's no good. Yeah, they put the black tape. It's too funny. Sessions here, second shot here at the free throw line. He's got that one. Yeah, he's wearing number 2 for the TBT. On the website, though, they had him listed as number 3. But instead, he's number 2. Heard that with the basketball. They have him low post. Puts it up. And that one's going to go up and in off the backboard. Dude, they count it here. Ja'Cory Williams, as he was fouled low post. They will say, no, they won't count the bucket. He was fouled before the shot, so they won't count the bucket right there. Hey, welcome to the channel, Smooth Guy 910. Thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate it here. If you're another fan for Heard That on the channel for the Marshall alumni. Heard That now with the basketball. It takes a deep 2. It is up. It is good right there. Rondale Watson hits the 2-point shot. It's a 3-point game. Hey, welcome in, Goody. Unfortunately, I can't stream the race tomorrow. I'm going to be out for most of the day, and the race is actually on cable, so I can't get it. I can only get the races that go on Fox or NBC. I actually don't have Fox Sports 1 or NBC Sports Network. Overseas Elite inside, puts up the shot. That one's up, that one's good for 2. 60-55 to score. Minute 54 left to go. Third quarter. Hey, welcome to the channel, Just Fusion. We got quite a bit of Marshall fans in here. Thanks so much for finding my channel, stopping by. If you guys enjoy what I do here, I cover play-by-play of basketball. Don't forget, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. Notification bell goes a long way as well. Also, Frank Sessions with 8 points at this moment. Overseas Elite right back with the basketball. Joe Johnson, shot fake, dribbles now inside, moves it, pass over to the right corner, and then they move it over to the right wing. They try to dish it inside. Almost got the ball stolen away. They get it right back, and Overseas Elite scores for 2. 62-55. Heard That almost had the steal off of that. But Heard That's got the possession right now. Ja'Cory Williams, nasty spin move in the key right there by Williams, but an even bigger block right there. That was Putney with a massive block on the Williams right there in the low post, denying him. We got a minute 5 left to go, third quarter. Overseas Elite with the ball. So they got Frank Sessions with it. Sessions passes, low post. Joe Johnson puts it up with the right hand. Got his own offensive rebound off the miss. Pass it back here, though. Putney swings it back out to the right wing. Johnson with the basketball. He's got it at the edge of the Puma logo here. He's guarded by Watson. Johnson now dribbles right corner, baseline. Puts it back outside. Going to take a 3. It's up. It is good. Hits it from the outside right there. As that triple goes down by Joe Johnson. Have a massive game today here. What a day by Joe, the 7-time NBA All-Star. 65-55. Oh, Heard That. Coughed up the basketball. It's going to get stolen by Overseas Elite. Alley-oop pass right there at Overseas Elite. Going to put it up and in for 2. 67-55. This is off a 9-zip run here by Overseas Elite. This was just a 3-point game moments ago. John Elmore with the basketball. 12 seconds left to go. So they look for the final possession, possibly before the end of the quarter. Elmore, dribble drive inside, gets stripped of the ball. It will go out of bounds as well. And it looks like it was last touched out of bounds by Overseas Elite. So, Heard That will get back the basketball underneath their hoop here with a down by 12, currently 6.2 on the clock. So, John Elmore will inbound it underneath their hoop right now for Heard That. Get the basketball right back. Hey, Bradley's back in here, my man. Welcome back in here. Almost ending the third quarter, 6.2 remaining. Heard That inbounds as that goes to Ryan Luther. Luther's ball gets knocked out of his hands. Stops the clock again. 4 seconds left to go in quarter number 3. John Elmore passes now to the key. Ja'Cory Williams passes back outside. What was that? Nobody was there as he just totally botched the pass, and Overseas Elite takes a full court shot off the steal. It's no good. An air ball, and that is the end of the third quarter. I have no clue what in the world Ja'Cory Williams was doing right there. He got the lob pass off the inbounds. He had a wide open shot right there in the key. Instead of floating it up, you got a second remaining. He passed it to the left corner, it looked like. And Overseas was right there to steal the ball, and that's the end of the third. So 3 quarters in the books, and we'll go to the fourth quarter in a matter of moments. So make sure, if you guys are new, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and welcome to the channel, everyone. Today I'll be calling a doubleheader, by the way. So I actually cover college basketball games, NBA games in the channel as well for play-by-play. And this is the first ever time I've done the TBT since the 4th of July, and these games have been awesome, by the way. So feel free to come back, join the sports community here, and hang out if you guys would like. Again, second stream I'll be doing after this one finishes. Number 3 Boeheim's Army taking on number 22 Sideline Cancer at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. The winner of that game will take on the winner of this game for tomorrow. And then on the other side of the bracket, semifinals have been set up there for the 2 quarterfinal winners. Number 4 seeded Golden Eagles, the Marquette alumni, taking on the number 8 seed, the Dayton Flyers alumni with the Red Scare. I can't put the game on my screen. YouTube would take it off and give me a copyright strike. So, can't do that. This is play-by-play only here on the channel. Yeah, Vegas Vic's putting out Chad Ochocinco hitting 22 miles per hour. Some Gucci pants he putting that out. Oh, wow. I actually haven't seen that. I gotta take a look at that. It's too funny, Vegas Vix. Wow. Smooth guy here, 910, looking at takeover time for his man, Ja'Cory Williams, in this one. Welcome to the channel, by the way. These games have been pretty good, but heard that in the TBT. They can catch on fire in a quick moment here. So don't think that this game is done, and they're down by 12 points. If you guys caught the game yesterday with House of Pain versus Red Scare, House of Pain was down by 20 points. And they almost came back and won it, as Red Scare was stuck at 80 points for quite a while in the Elam ending section of that one. But Heard That ended the game in a 7-zip run against the money team, so do not count out Heard That here, as we got 9 minutes left to go, quarter number 4. Overseas Elite, they're up by 12 right now, as Joe Johnson will start off the fourth quarter on the bench here, as he has just had a massive game in this one for Joe Johnson. Taking a look, as he is the leading scorer, just a gigantic game. 29.6 rebounds. And for Heard That in this one, it is John Elmore, who currently has 22. So here we go, getting ready for the fourth quarter. Yep, they were down 40-22 towards the end of the first quarter, so never count out Heard That years. They put up 102 on the board against the money team a few days ago. That's a 3-point shot. It's off the mark, no good to start off by Heard That. Rebound goes to Overseas Elite. Overseas Elite, first possession now, quarter number 4. They have a top of the key. Dribbles now by Frank Sessions. Moves it out to the left corner. That's a 3 taken. And Raphael Putney hits it from behind the arc right there. The former UMass Minutemen basketball player hits it right there from the corner 3. Left corner goes down. 70-55. This is the largest lead at this point by Overseas Elite in the game. Heard That had the basketball. And we got a quick foul here by Putney as well. Non-shooting foul. So first foul here by Overseas Elite. Heard That right back with the ball. Heard That. Dribble drives inside. Floats it up. No good right there by Ryan Taylor. Rebound back to Overseas Elite. Oh, weaving in between the defense with a left hand. Couldn't score. Too strong off the window. They get the offensive rebound and put it back for 2 more. So Overseas Elite with a bucket at 72-55. 14-zip run this is a part of right now with Overseas Elite. First minute through the fourth quarter right now. 8 minutes remaining in quarter number 4. Once we get under 4 minutes left to go, we'll go under Elam ending rules where you add in +8 to the score. Heard That with the ball. Missed the shot right there. Got the offensive rebound as they floated up. The ball got tipped out of bounds. Tipped out of bounds by Overseas Elite right now. So Joe Johnson still sitting on the bench, leading this game with 29. Heard That just inbounded the ball. The ball got taken, stolen away right here by Overseas Elite. Overseas Elite with it. Up the court, takes a 3. It's off the mark. They get the offensive rebound, though. Overseas Elite with the basketball. Left corner. Moves it to the left wing to Sessions. Sessions feeds it low post now. Putney just got the ball taken out of his hands, but Sessions gets it right back for him. Sessions with the basketball, has it the right wing, takes a three. It's up. It is good. Sessions sinks that. And all of a sudden, a three-point game has just gone to a 17-0 run now by Overseas Elite as they're up by 20. They made 5 3-point shots here in the second half, and Herda has not made a single one. Herda just got denied in the low post. Overseas Elite with the basketball. Missed the jumper, no good by them. Herda, dribble drive, and they'll finally score. It goes up and in off the window for 2 by Herda. So they finally snap the 17-0 scoring drought that they were on, and that will be one shot at the free throw line here by Chris Coakley, as they are down by 18. Similar situation from the House of Pain yesterday, and 18 points at the moment. Don't count them out of the game. They were down by 18 by the money team a few days ago. Yeah, Raptor putting out, heard that, just took the L. Still they basically going to have to make a ton of stops when it comes to the Elam ending rules section if they want to make like a major comeback in this one. And they get the free throw there, so that one is good. Down by 17. It looks more like Overseas Elite in this one, but you have to play until you hit the final target score, so we will see. 6:50 left to go, fourth quarter, foul away from the basketball. And it's going to be offensive, so that helps out. Heard that. As John Elmore gets the part of that one, draws the contact away from the basketball, and that is foul number 3 by Overseas Elite. Only way Olympics will happen is there's a vaccine available. Well, yeah, we still got a lot of time, Vaughn. We still got a full year before the Olympics right now. Cleanup crews right in the court right now, cleaning up some sweat as it stops the clock with 6:49 remaining, fourth quarter. Welcome in, everyone, by the way, to the stream. If you enjoy the content that I do, don't forget, hit the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you like what I do here on the channel. I cover play-by-play basketball action here on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. I also do other videos, college basketball rankings videos, college basketball transfer videos. So feel free to check out all the other content on the channel. But welcome in, everyone, as we're back to action. Heard that with the basketball. John Elmore, he's got it, dribbling towards his left, hands it off to his brother, Elmore. Now he feeds it low post. They're going to float it up. It's up and good for 2. That is the shot they needed right there. Ryan Taylor hits it, and it's going to be a 5-zip run now by Heard That. So they were on a 17-0 deficit run to Overseas Elite. Overseas Elite getting down, though, as the last 5 points have been by Heard That. Overseas Elite floats it up, and that one's up and good for 2 as they put it back to 17 right there. 77-60, Overseas Elite by 17. 6 minutes left to go, fourth quarter. Heard That with the basketball. Right corner 3, it's up. And John Elmore, no good, a little bit wide right there of the net. And it gets rebounded by Overseas Elite, and we also got a foul here on the rebound. Stops the clock with 6 minutes remaining. $77-60. Still have to play to the Elam ending rules of this one, which once we hit under the 4-minute mark, they go +8 to the leading team's score right now, which is looking like it's going to be Overseas Elite at this moment since they're up by pretty much single-handedly 17 points. Heard That will get the offensive rebound. The ball was tipped out of bounds by Overseas Elite right before that. John Elmore, dribble drive, inside. He feeds it off to Elmore, puts it up and in for 2. 15-point game once again. Overseas Elite with it. 3 fouls. And quarter number 4 by Overseas Elite. 0 right now by Heard That. And we got the ball gets deflected out of bounds past half court. Elmore coming out of the game right now for the Marshall alumni. John Elmore still in the game as he's had a major impact. But yeah, Joe Johnson for sure, man. Just incredible game by Joe Johnson in this one. He's got it at the right baseline. There he is. Takes the jumper. Solid. He is just money on his shots right here. He's got 30 plus right now for Joe Johnson. Sinks that one. 33 points. A tournament high so far this year in the 2020 TBT. Top of the key 3. Heard That. No good for the 3-point shot. Gets deflected out of bounds, though, by Overseas Elite. So Heard That will get the basketball right back. Joe Johnson for 33 in this game. The mop crew coming on once again. They are cleaning up the court once again. Heard that will get back the basketball underneath their hoop. Elmore, bounce pass off the backdoor cut. No good. Tipped around. And it's going to be a foul here. Got rebounded by Heard that. It's going to be a foul by Overseas Elite. That was a nice pass off the cut as well. It was from John Elmore to Ryan Luther. 5:18 left to go, fourth quarter. 17-point lead right now for Overseas Elite. Heard that will get the inbound. John Elmore passes this time over to the left wing perimeter around the Air Force logo. That ball gets kicked out of bounds. Turnover by Heard that. So it was Rondell Watson, who was dribbling that basketball, lost control of it, trying to dribble inside, and he kicked it out of bounds accidentally. So Overseas Elite will get back to basketball here. So we approach the 5-minute mark remaining. Fourth quarter, Joe Johnson has it at the edge of the Puma logo now. Right wing, dribble drive inside. No, nice pass, wide open. Pujeter, a 3, and he's got it. Pujeter knocks it down, and we're back to a 20-point game. 82-62. Heard that with the basketball, low post. Ryan Luther tried to put it up, and he gets a lot of contact there. Draws the contact, and he gets fouled as well. So Ryan Luther will go to the line and shoot 2 free throws. 4:49 left to go, fourth quarter. If you're a first-timer here, don't forget, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you enjoy the content. As I cover play-by-play basketball action on the channel here on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. I cover college basketball games and also NBA games, and this is the first ever time for a week now that I've covered a TBT, and this has been a pretty good crowd, by the way, so thank you all so much for joining me for these TBT games. The games have been awesome. And both of the shots were misses there at the free throw line. No good by Ryan Luther of Heard that. Rebound goes to Overseas Elite. That's a 3 from the perimeter left wing, and it goes down from behind the arc there for some more points. Largest lead of the game by Overseas Elite, 85-62. Heard that with the basketball. John Elmore feeds it inside over to Luther now. Passes back outside to the left corner. And we got another foul coming up here from the perimeter by Overseas Elite. As they bumped the Heard that player, and that's going to be Smith going to the free throw line here for Heard that. So Zach Smith at the line. So Raptor, so he hopes that Sideline Cancer can make it to the semifinals to take on Overseas Elite. Unless a miracle happens here with Heard that they're down by 23 at the free throw line. First shot's good by Zach Smith. Second shot coming up here by Zach Smith at the line for Heard that. And that one's no good off the back iron. Rebounded by Overseas Elites. So, in order for a miracle to happen, Heard that's going to have to channel their inner House of Pain from yesterday against Red Scare. But they're going to have to make sure that Overseas Elite doesn't have the +8 in them to get 8 points under Elam ending rules to do so. And that's, if that happens, this game's going to take a whole lot of time under Elam ending rules. We got 4:10 left to go, 10 seconds before we'll get to our next break here with Elam ending rules. Inbound coming up by Overseas Elite. Overseas Elite right with the basketball. They're still dribbling the ball. They're just going to take a timeout with 3:58 on the clock, and that means that we'll go to the next section of this one. So Elam ending rules here is they are down right now by 22 points. So they'd have to score 30 points in this Elam ending rules section in order to do that. That'd be crazy if they're able to do that. Or indeed, show some more heart here. They had a fantastic first half. They were down by 12 points early on. They were able to come back, cut it down to 3 points. And just the second half right here, it's just been unfortunate that the shots just haven't been able to fall. And that's the thing. There's been quite a bit of turnovers by them as well. And just defensively, there's just no signs to stop Joe Johnson in this game defensively. He's been just out of this world, just so good in this one for Joe Johnson. So right now we're just on break, as we will go to Elam ending rules right after this. Target score. will be 93 for the target score here. It says 85 to 63 currently. So right now we're just on break. Feel free to join me back if you guys enjoy what I do here. I'll be back for the next one, doubleheader. After this game, I'll have Boeheim's Army taking on Sideline Cancer, the 22 seed that's been a surprise here in the TBT, going up against the 3 seed Boeheim's Army. If you guys enjoy the stream here, don't forget, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, notification bell as well if you'd like to be notified when I do go live for future streams. So we keep on building up the sports play-by-play community. This has been awesome here, everyone. So welcome in on the channel. The games have been pretty good that I've covered for the TBT. Oh yeah, I would agree for sure. Smooth guy. Need to double team Joe Johnson to make somebody else beat you here, and it's been a ton of Joe Johnson today in this one. 33 points out of the 85, 14 for 22 from the floor, knocking down 5 3-point shots. And they only have 2 other players that have double-digit points now for Overseas Elite. Frank Sessions and Raphael Putney, but both of those players got 13 and 10 right now. It has been Joe Johnson, just a monstrous game by him. And for her that here, John Elmore with 22. Most of that damage was done in the first half. And also for her that in this one, they have Chris Coakley that's coming here in the second half with 17 points. Pat Mahomes isn't good at golf. That's unfortunate. At least he's good at football, able to be good enough to sign a NFL record contract through 2031. Alright, so first team to 93 will win this game right now as we are under the 4-minute mark left to go in the fourth quarter. That's where the that's where the time of this is right now off. So we have no time right now, and we will get right back into this one. Tom is better at golf than Mahomes. Well, Tom lives on his own golf course that he has out in Amenia, New York. So he has his own private golf course out there. So he has access to it quite a bit. Alright, so here we go. Back to action. Overseas Elite will get the basketball first. The winner of this game will advance to the semifinals tomorrow. Joe Johnson moves it over now to the left elbow. Overseas Elite with the basketball. And we got a foul away from the ball. It's going to be an offensive foul by Overseas Elite as the refs blow the whistle. And Heard That will get back the basketball here as they're down by 22. Heard That will need to drop 30 points in this Elam ending rules section in order to win this game. John Elmore, spin move right past half court. He's got the basketball. Elmore feeds it up right over the top right there. Alley-oop pass. And gets thrown down off the jam by Zach Smith for 2. They're going to need a whole lot of those, but that is something that can light up the fire right there for Heard That off the John Elmore assist. The alley-oop right there. 85-65 to score. Overseas Elite, bounce pass, low post. They leave it over for Joe Johnson now, over to Pooji. Their bounce pass now to the left baseline as they back their way inside the low post. And that is Burrell who has the ball stripped from his hands there for Overseas Elite. Heard That with the basketball off the steal. Heard That, passes over to the left corner. Shot fake here by Smith. Zach Smith going inside, and he puts it up and in for 2. Zach Smith gets credit for both of the buckets here in the Elam ending section. 85-67. If you guys enjoy the channel, don't forget, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and welcome in on the channel, everyone. As I will be back after this game, second game of the doubleheader. 22 seed Sideline Cancer taking on Boeheim's Army. Overseas Elite gonna take a 3 from the outside, and that one's up, that one's good. Frank Sessions hits the shot from behind the arc, so it's a 21-point game. Oh, nice pass. Left baseline, gonna tear it down from 2 right there off the assist. Zach Smith feeds his teammate for Heard That, and that is Ryan Luther, who throws it down with a two-handed jam. 88-69. Overseas Elite, 5 more points to reach 93 here. Heard That, though, trying to make a massive comeback, as it's going to be quite a lot of points to do so here. We'll see if that can happen, but I like what they're showing us. Never giving up here in the Elam ending rules section. Overseas Elite, they get the basketball back in their way. They move it inside. That's going to be a turnover. Bad pass by Overseas Elite as they flung it a little bit too wide right there as they tried to go for the alley-oop. So ball goes out of bounds. Heard That gets the basketball. John Elmore right past half court. Feeds it over. Low post now. They try to go for the backdoor cut right off of that pass. Ball got deflected up in the air. They get it right back, and they put it into the hands there. 23, Zach Smith, who jams it down again. Zach Smith, 6 points here in the Elam ending section for Hurrdat. 88-71. 9-3 run now by Hurrdat. Tony Romo, yep, he's good at golf. Vaughn's putting out Joe Buck. Oh, he's playing golf. Oh, man. Joe Buck. Good old Joe Buck. Overseas Elite. Passes over. Left wing 3. Up in the air. Pujeter. No good. He was wide open. Missed the 3, though. It's off the mark. Rebound Hurrdat. Elmore. Deep 3. No good off the mark that time. Rebounded up in the air. It's going to be rebounded by Overseas Elite. Overseas Elite with the basketball. Dribbles past the half-court logo. That's his Pujeter. He has it top of the key. Dribbles back out to the Puma logo. Comeback time for sure. What a game yesterday with that. Almost comeback by the House of Pain. Pujeter, top of the key. Straightaway 3. No good. Hit the front rim. Rebound Ryan Luther. Got numbers. Oh, he's going to float it up and he gets fouled. Ryan Luther gets fouled here. 88-71 the score. I think the foul is going to be by Bobby Brown of Overseas Elite. Joe Buck playing golf. 88-71 the score. First shot here coming up at the free throw line. That one's up, that one's through. I heard that. Smith here is just... He's just taking over, man. Just taking over this Elam section right now. I had predicted Overseas Elite to win this game. I think somebody asked me who was the best one to bet on. I had told that person Overseas Elite. Hurrdat with the basketball. We get a foul here. Away for the ball again. It's out of Overseas Elite. $88-72. We got a lot of Marshall fans here on the channel. Welcome in, everyone. Got free throws at the line. John Elmore, one shot, hits it. As that one's up and that one's through. So 88-73. And also, Hurrdat will get back to basketball. So they are not quitting. John Elmore, he's got it. Dribbles towards the left wing. John Elmore, dribble drive, spin move inside, jumper, no good. Ball tipped up in the air as they try to get it right there with a tip, and it went off the side of the rim, no good. So missed opportunity for the tip in by Smith. Rebound goes to Overseas Elite. Overseas Elite right back with the basketball. Bounce pass to the left elbow. Joe Johnson moves it over to the top. Now they move it over to the right corner, back to the right wing. Jeter slides it out to Johnson. Joe Johnson with it. He's got it at the left elbow. Now double teams. Pass over to the left corner. Sessions takes a 3. And Frank Sessions hits it right there from behind the arc. 91-73 the score. All he needs another bucket to win it. Hurrdat takes a big 3. Left corner knocks it down. Rondale Watson right there from behind the arc. Now they need a bunch of defensive stops. Let's see if they can put this together like the House of Pain did for a bunch of times yesterday. Just the House of Pain couldn't hit a shot. I feel like Hurrdat has a chance to hit way more shots than House of Pain possibly if they can put together a bunch of stops here. Joe Johnson back in his way. Left baseline turnaround jumper, and that will do it anyway. So Joe Johnson, man. What a game here. That seals the deal as he hits the jumper left baseline. And that is it for this one. He ends with just a phenomenal game. 35 points in this one as the final score happens to be 93-76. But what a game here. I would have liked to see like a massive comeback. That would be crazy. That would have been crazy to call a massive comeback. But Joe Johnson just too good in this one. But got to give it up for Hurrdat though. They played their hearts out in the Elam ending section there. Which was a great one to call. So thank you all so much for stopping by here on the channel. I appreciate everybody for finding my channel, by the way, and stopping on by. And before you sign off here, don't forget, I'll be back for the next game as well. So Overseas Elite will be playing in the semifinal tomorrow. I'll be back for the next game, calling it number 3 Bayheim's Army taking on number 22 Sideline Cancer. As that's the next game right after this. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell if you really enjoyed what I did here on the channel, covering play-by-play But we're going to sign off here on this one, and then we'll start off the other stream probably about 10 minutes from now, as we'll have Bayheim's Army versus Sideline Cancer. Thanks so much, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, everybody, as Joe Johnson just too much in this one, dropping down 35 for Overseas Elite as they move on to the semifinals. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, everyone, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube.